Kamchatka, far away on the edge of the earth, in the far northeast of the Eurasian continent. A wild place, far from civilization, far from everything. One people rule this immense land, and they have just woken up from a long sleep. The brown bears. So from the mountains and the forests where they took shelter, from the valleys, from everywhere, they head to the best rivers for fishing. They walk for days, following the trails left by generations of bears before them.
Just want to say, I feel like these sorts of places, like when you see videos of, especially like wild animals, it doesn't look real, does it? Like, how beautiful is the landscape there? Like the mountains and the lakes. It just, I don't know, I always feel like that when I see stuff like this. It doesn't feel real. It almost is like, I guess when you live in like a big city and it's built up and you don't have that many areas that are so open like that. Like, you know, you can go down to a park where there's lots of grass and trees. You can't go anywhere where there's like loads and loads of mountains, if you get what I'm saying. Well, maybe you're lucky enough to live somewhere like that with all of that stuff around, but I'm always fascinated by how beautiful it actually is.
Still further upriver, there's a place with more salmon than any other place in the world. Kuro Lake. Millions of salmon cross this lake every summer. The bears of Kamchatka know it, so they arrive at the lake hundreds at a time.
Love that footage of the bear in the water. That's incredible footage, that is. I was gonna say, I didn't realize bears actually, well, I knew they swam, but like, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, I don't think I've ever actually seen that on camera. Like, even watching like a nature program, I don't think I've ever got to see that.
Experience has taught them to be patient and not run around. They know how to wait for the right moment to make sure the salmon don't get away. The wait is long, so long. They're all watching the river, waiting for the salmon, waiting for the flutter of a fin, a silvery reflection, a flicker in the water.
50 salmon a day? That's a lot, right? That's quite a lot. I'm thinking salmon are only little. Okay, I was thinking they were like that. Like, when I see videos, clearly I'm not looking at proper salmon, I'm looking at baby salmon. I thought they were like that sort of big, but looking there, they're bigger than that. 50 of those a day.
The mothers must find a better place to fish, a spot where there are more salmon, easier to catch. The higher upriver the salmon swim, the more tired they become, so the mothers follow them, moving away from the mouth of the river. A young bear is at the lake too. He can finally catch his first fish.
I never actually thought of it like that. Bears sort of just spending their entire lives with winter in mind.
When the salmon begin to spawn and are less wary, it's worth running for the bears.
That's actually a really interesting way of thinking about it. That was really cool, to be honest. I love the fact that they showed loads of different sort of parts of Bear's day?
The bears have one objective this summer: to stuff themselves with salmon, as many as 50 a day, and stock as much fat as possible to survive the long winter.
How? That can't be possible. It's got to be the little ones that they're eating, not the massive ones, because there is no way. Then obviously it explains that they have to store the food for the winter. So I never actually thought of it like that. Bears sort of just spending their entire lives with winter in mind. That's actually a really interesting way of thinking about it.
That's the life of a bear, with all its sublime absurdity. Because actually, all they do is spend their lives trying to survive winter, recover from winter, prepare for winter, and every year they are ready to do it all over again, with the strength, tenacity, and determination they employ for their survival.
That was really cool, to be honest. I love the fact that they showed loads of different sort of parts of Bear's day, if you will. Like, you know, it started off with the bear just walking around, walking through like the tall grass and leaves. And then in the water, catching dinner. It showed you bears with their babies, multiple bears in the water at the same time. I think that was quite an interesting thing to watch. And I mean, I learned things there. I didn't realize they ate so much. I still can't get over that. And obviously I did like that little like sort of perspective that it gave at the end, that bears just spend their life trying to sort of survive the winter and then sort of recover from winter, prepare again for the winter. It kind of sounds a little bit sad when I think about it, the fact that they focus everything on that. But I guess they don't know any different, and that's just their life, and that's just how they live.
Thank you so much for watching Pawsome Pets. It's goodbye from me and Flo.
There you go. Good girl.